I believe that if you're going to be a part of a community, then that means making the commitment to serving that community, and to do so with the expectation that you're going to do everything you can to bring value to your neighbors, neighboring businesses, neighbors in the community, and to add value just wherever that opportunity presents itself. Jacob Willard Home is a store that focuses on the restoration and sale of vintage and mid-century furniture and collectibles. Seattle is made up of neighborhoods, and the neighborhood that the store is located in is called Hillman City. I know Seattle has a reputation of being a bit antisocial, having the sort of Seattle freeze, but this neighborhood is different.
I had just bought a house just a few blocks from here, actually, and I wandered around the corner and happened to see that Karl was setting up his new shop, and I came in and talked to him.
My husband and I own a gym just 2 blocks from here in Hillman City. The gym has been open for 9 years now, but I have lived here for 22 years. That makes me an old timer in this neighborhood now.
The early days, when I first moved to the neighborhood, it had been long neglected by the neighbors, by the city, and honestly, it wasn't necessarily the most attractive place to be. People weren't comfortable being on the streets. People who lived a block off of the main street never walked to the sidewalks in this neighborhood, and so we sought to change that.
I'm a devout atheist, but Karl and I share a fundamental belief that every single human being should feel like they have opportunity to grow and change.
I believe that if we could bring people together and articulate a vision that we could agree upon, then we could affect change in our neighborhood. And we began to develop relationships, and we organized around a collective vision.
So when the Hillman City Business Association was formed, we wanted Hillman City to become busy and vibrant and create a sense that we are a place, we are a unique and diverse place, and we actually want to stay diverse and affordable.
And in those early days, we would have to shut down our businesses in the middle of the day because those were the only times that city officials were willing to meet with us. We'd have to go downtown to their offices, and it was a struggle. It was a challenge when you're a fresh business trying to get things off the ground, but you also are in a position where you are representing your neighborhood. It means making the sacrifices in order to realize the long-term gain. It was hard those early years, but I certainly feel like it was worth the effort. Well, I appreciate you coming down, taking the time. If you ever want to just see what we've got in the queue, just give me a call and we can schedule a time and you can come check it out.
Cool.
She'd love that.
I might shoot you an email with some dimensions of some of the stuff we were talking about and see if you have anything that I could repurpose and put in our space.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
It was really nice to meet you.
Really
Yeah,
nice to meet you as well.
too.
Enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, you too.
All right.
Thank you. Love your shop.
Thank you.
We'll be back.
See ya.
So much of what's made Hillman City a special place is that someone like Karl can come here and thrive, and that our community can come together, that I, as a South Asian woman, can hang out in his shop and consider him a dear friend and also be excited to purchase well-made furniture. A lot of people talk about diversity, but I think about it as not this throwaway value, but really are we having cross-class, cross-race communities? And I think small businesses play such a role in that because they're going to create gathering places for people to come together across differences. And the way I experience Karl is that he builds a relationship with his community, and his community then becomes his customers.
Businesses are not something separate from community. Businesses are the community.
I own a furniture store, but my job is not to sell furniture. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
My job is to connect with everybody that comes through the door and make a community. When you look at the example of Christ, Yes, he served the multitudes, but he also served the individuals. And so as a small business owner, I don't have to leave Hillman City to have an impact. It's good to see you. Bye, Judy.
He's not someone who's like, here I am, I'm here to do my business. I think he really seems to be someone who's really amplifying and augmenting this business district. He's not here just for himself.
I've been pretty inspired by the stuff I've seen just literally in this 2 square blocks. I know that knowing I'm not alone in it because of people like Karl helps me sleep at night.
I love you. I live 6 blocks away, and if all I ever did was travel between home and the store, there are more than enough people that show up here for me to talk to engage with, to minister to in my own subtle way. I mean, I'm in business. The idea is to sell merchandise, but ultimately that is secondary to the mission of serving the community that I'm a part of. That means more than just opening up the doors during the hours of operation. It means finding ways to serve the neighborhood because I want it to be the best neighborhood that it can be.